Alright guys, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about importing field surveyed data into your Civil 3D model. So to get started, open the model that you want to bring the points into. First thing we're going to do is go over to point groups, and we're going to make sure we have a point group created for the points we're bringing in. Today I'm bringing in field surveyed utility points that I collected, and I have my utilities point group. I'm going to open properties on it, and we're going to look at the qualifiers that I need these points to have in the description to be brought into this point group. So as you can see, I have it set with raw descriptions matching utilities and utilities. So any point that I bring into this model that has any of these in the description will be brought into this point group. And I can then control those points using the properties of the point group. So to actually bring points in, we're going to go up to Insert, Points from File. And this is going to show us the formats that our data needs to be in. The one I like to use is PNEZD, comma, delimited. Next up, we're going to open our points that were given to us by our surveying instrument. This was brought out of Trimble Fieldlink. This is what it gave us. And as you can see, this point format does not match any of the formats that we need to bring it into Civil 3D with. So I'm going to edit this information to match the PNEZD format. And to do that, I'm going to edit all this information. So first things first, if your data has a header to it, that's not going to be recognized by Civil 3D, so that needs to be deleted. And just FYI, the X is going to be your eastings, the Y is going to be your northings, the Z is still going to be your elevation. First things first, we're going to start with point, and point is just a point number that Civil 3D uses to organize all the points. So I like to just do 1 through whatever number you have, and then we're just going to go through and organize all this data to match. And what I have here is what used to be the name and the description, and I want to include both of those data pieces in the raw description of it. So whenever I organize this, I'm going to take it out and then I'm going to combine it into one singular description. I'm going to show you how to do that. So this is where I'm going to add the qualifier that I want. So for this, it's utilities. Next up, if I combine all this data right now, these two are going to be right next to each other. So I'm just going to add a spacebar. Next up, we're going to use a formula to combine all of this information. Now, this information here is only a formula, so we're going to have to copy this and then paste the values only. Once we've done that, we can now come in and delete all of these columns out, and I'll be left with the description that I want, which is all this information combined with that point group qualifier that I need for this information to be attached to that point group. So now, as you can see, I have this in the correct PNEZD format. So before we upload this, we need to save it. In this format, this document needs to be saved. Civil 3D. So that's very important. So we're going to go ahead and save it. And it's very important that we close that file. If we don't close that file, Civil 3D will not recognize it. So one issue that you might run into is it's going to give you just an X here when you try to upload this file. Make sure you have that Excel file closed or else it won't work. Next, we're just going to hit the plus up here. And then so if it's not showing up, make sure we have it set to CSV down here. And then that file should show up. Click OK, and it's going to give us a check mark up here. And it's going to give us a preview of our information. As you see here, I have it selected as E and Z. I need to scroll through and select the P and E Z D. So I have point number, northing, easting, elevation, and my raw description. I like to unselect that. I don't want it. It gives you this option here to add points to a point group. If you don't have a description set and a point group already created, you can use that. For this, I don't need to use that. So I'm going to click OK. And as you see, all of my points will now automatically be imported into my file.